All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom. This is Mod and Pop Thrift. I am stay-at-home dad for 5 kids, and we buy thrift store stuff to sell on eBay. Let's get into it. All right, so first thing, I went to a thrift store today and ran into Alex, a fan of the show. It was really nice to run into you and talk to you for a couple minutes, Alex. Thanks for supporting the channel. And we were able to just kind of go through the store and talk about the stuff that we found. I think I found way more than he did because it's what I do. And I was ahead of him for a big chunk of it. Anyhow, so these are Mefacito, which is a brand that I've been thinking about checking out for a while. And I didn't run comps on these, but they were $4 and they're a nice looking shoe in pretty darn good condition. And so I thought those are worth getting my feet wet on that brand, and I'll look into them. I got 2 pairs of these. I didn't look at the size. These are 40-30, so they'd fit me, but I'm not good. Flannel lined Key brand, probably made in China. Yeah, made in China. So they're not vintage, but they're a nice pair of flannel lined jeans. Another nice pair of flannel lined jeans. These were right beside them. These are 38.29, so that would fit me just right. And these are LL Bean, still probably made. These are made in Mexico. They're probably not. Unless they were made in America, it doesn't really make any difference because they're not vintage. You guys saw that I sold one of these already this week for $29.99, and I mentioned that I knew where to get a couple more. So this one I got for $3, and this one I got for $3. Now this one is way dirtier than this one. So this one, I'll probably just relist the other one, one off, and then these do this, and then you put your spaghetti sauce in there and you press the button and it clamps down and spins the jar and it opens the jar for you. But so I'll probably just put another quantity on my listing that just sold for this one because it's essentially identical. This one I'll clean up, see how far it cleans up, and maybe I'll do another quantity, but probably because this one is slightly yellowed, I'll run a different listing just to have specific pictures of this one. This was kind of a neat thing. This is metal. No, they didn't. I'll add a sound effect. This is metal, and it's a Porsche license plate cover. It doesn't have any branding on it other than Porsche, and obviously Porsche isn't making these covers, but that's a cool thing. Somebody with a Porsche or who likes Porsche will definitely, I suspect that'll sell for like $30-ish. A couple of things that the boys found. Harley-Davidson hoodie that was with the, not hoodie. I call this a toboggan. Made in China. Probably RK Stratton. Doesn't say. Anyway, this was $2. It'll sell for probably $15. Super easy to ship, super easy to list. Evelyn got a car, and she's out here showing it to me. Go find Judah. Yeah. Levi found this. I was a little bit jealous. Sis Boom Ba and Garfield in the Letterman jacket. 50 cents, 1978. So that, I don't know what that comp's at, but for 50 cents, we're going to make some money on that. I suspect that's $13 or $14. This was Levi's find. She's got the Joey with her. Real nice feeling plush. And I think this one was Australian Toys Windmill, made in Australia. So I figured being a kangaroo made in Australia, it probably is better than just your standard plush. Plushes here are 50 cents. So then I found this one, and it is another jointed rabbit. I haven't sold the other jointed rabbit that I found. This one is Boyd's Collection 1990, but That is a nice, I don't know if it's actually mohair. I wonder if this says. It feels like mohair. 100% acrylic, which is, I didn't expect it to actually be mohair, but it, sometimes they are. The old, like, Stifes are. But they're worth a fortune. I know. You guys are waiting to see what's back here. That's why I'm holding you up. It's worth it's worth the time. So stick in here. These were all sealed and they're $1/4 a piece, except for this one. This might be my favorite VHS tape because I was trying to comp this. This box is super rare. So rare, in fact, that somebody made it on their printer at home, I think. It looks right. Like, it's well enough done. But then, like, I don't know if this is high enough resolution that you can see that it's fuzzy. Especially, like, right here on the M, it's kind of, you can see where their printer didn't line up right. And so I took it out of the case, and this is just the world's most generic sticker. So this I bought because I've never found a bootleg knockoff generic Disney movie, and I thought the art was cool, and I bought it. It is garbage. But I thought it was cool garbage. It's cool garbage. Then the boys are like, this is sealed, and this is sealed, and this is sealed, and we want to get them all. So this was Catch Me If You Can, Tom Hanks. This one is part of a series that I have at least one, maybe two other sealed ones for, so I can add this to that lot, and maybe it'll sell. Gallivants, I think is how you would say that. That looks like one of those old shows. Features for families. From Utah. I was looking to see if it said anything about, like, Latter-day Saints or Brigham Young University or anything affiliated. It doesn't say any of that. It's from 1999 and it's sealed. But it looks like one of those kind of family-friendly religious videos. Out to Sea, Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. This one has a little bit of, it feels like damage to the box, but it's definitely factory sealed. And then Richard Dreyfuss in Lost in Yonkers. So, like, these are not, these three, and I've got 3 or 4 more, aren't really worth much. But at $1/4 a piece, I can put 5 or 6, sealed ones together and get $10 and they'll ship for $2. It's not a real money-making venture, but my sons wanted to grab them, and they will make some money. And then this one is probably junk. This one is good because I'll add it to a lot. And this one's just fun because it's crazy. This is a bunch of, almost all of them are sealed. Not every single one. I think this one's not sealed. Pause the tape here, Tom. There are 16 CDRs here that are sealed. There were 2 that are not sealed. Probably what I'll do is break these up into lots of 8. I paid $5. I'll probably be able to move them for $10 for each lot of 8. This is uranium glass. I don't know if it's officially uranium glass. There's a way to test this. I did a video on it once upon a time. You put it under a black light and it'll glow like kryptonite if it's uranium glass. I paid 75 cents. If this is a uranium glass juicer, it could be $25 or $30. I didn't notice until a minute ago that it has this little flea bite in it. It'll still display well. It'll still work well, but it does hurt the value. I haven't done comps on this. Let me throw them up right here. Boom. I'll see if I can even include one that's damaged with those comps. These are blankets. And they are blankets you would get on Delta Airline if you flew first class and needed a blanket. These are 6 of them sealed. So I imagine I'll do well enough with those. Those were kind of a crapshoot thing. I opened one in the store to see what they were. This is another vintage. It's like pressed glass juicer. Oh, it has a... I thought sure that might have happened since I got it, because I thought sure I looked at this one closer. This is a glass juicer. It has no markings on it. It was $1. We'll see what happens. These are cool looking old shoes. I don't think that they've ever been worn. They certainly haven't been worn much. The boys found them, thought they were worth getting. They say made in China, but I still suspect that they're not particularly new. They say cross trekkers on them. They were $3 for kids' shoes, I think is what he charged me. So that's what the boys wanted to get those. I'm trying to help them learn what to get. This is a legit photograph. It doesn't have any signature on it that I see yet. Right here, it looks like it might be a little bit stuck to the inside of the glass. I suspect if I pull this out of the frame, I'll get some information, and this picture could be worth quite a bit. Look at that's the stamp from the framer, and that just screams old to me. So I'm going to do, this is the kind of thing I'm going to have to do some research on, but I paid $5 for this one, and I suspect there's a whole bunch of money to be made there. And then the pièce de résistance. Yep, I have no idea what this is. It says Sister Margaret de Scorne? Nivelles, Belgium, 1462. This certainly isn't from 1462. Nobody believes that. But it's like, it looks like, in person, it looks like somebody took a giant stamp and stamped this paper with some gold marker. So for $10, I thought, I am going to take this home and figure out if it's anything. And if it's not anything, then I think it's worth the $10 gamble. And if it is something, then it's probably some pretty serious money. So I'm working on this product, and it has, you can see where somebody took the price tag off, but the price tag had been marked out with some marker. And that is the reason that I always have Rain-X on me. So I will go ahead and shoot the Rain-X onto a paper towel and then wipe that away like it was never there. And you want to be a little bit careful. Oh, that's weird. It didn't really grab that edge very well. I don't know what's going on there. You want to be a little bit careful to not let it sit on. Like, this has a glossy finish, and so it's not going to eat through to the paint. But if you really let it sit on there, it might. That's weird. I've never seen it not grab. You can see here where I really started to work it. It's started to discolor. So this stuff is really powerful on marker. And I might be better off to just leave that rather than continuing to mess up the box. All right, guys, well, it is Thursday morning. We just had 3 sales overnight, but they were good ones. I have a total cost of goods of $5. And the first thing that sold was this IKEA votive light set, and it makes a ring when you, like, interlock them. And I paid $1 for that at a thrift store. They sold for $9.99 plus shipping, $1 into 10, and I mean $1 into $8.50 after fees. Probably more like $7. Anyway, so I made $5 or $6. Let me just interject right here, and I don't want this video to get any longer than it needs to be, so I'm going to talk kind of fast. When I pulled those IKEA votives out of storage, they had fallen off of something that they were stacked on, and the 2 of them broke. So this is the message that I sent to the buyer. I said, essentially, hey, these broke in storage, and I don't know what your plans was for them, but I can send them to you, and you can tell me what they're now worth to you, or we can cancel the order. I just wanted to be over the top apologetic and over the top offering to do my best to make it right. And so I even said, I'll give you a discount up to sending them to you just for the price of shipping, because I knew I had $1 or $2 cooked into shipping, and I was only $1 into them, so I could kind of break even. But this is what she replied back. Hey, I was using them as replacement parts anyway, and I didn't need all 12, so I'll be happy to pay full price. Thanks for letting me know there was a problem. So my over-the-top, apologetic, serviceable is the way to go with customer service. This ghost face thing, I paid $3 for the first week of October. I really hoped that it would sell higher during the Halloween season, and it did not. So I had a bunch of watchers. I sent out offers just to see if anybody was still interested, and it sold for $29.99, free shipping. Yeah, look out for these. They'll say Easter on them, which is weird. That's like part of the name of the company. And the older ones, some of them can do really, really well. I had hoped, because this is an original one, I had hoped that it would go fairly high, but it didn't. I have sold super generic ones of this ghost face that high, not in the box. So I don't know what the deal was with this, but it sold, and I paid $3 and it sold for $30. So we're moving on with life. And the last thing that sold was this chess set that I picked up the other day at Goodwill, like in the last few days at Goodwill for $1.09. It sold for $49. Plus shipping, and the buyer paid $13.50 in shipping. I'm gonna send that priority in a small box, like I'll probably put it in a box and then put that box into a priority flat rate envelope. The reason I would send it priority is because they paid $50 plus $13.90 shipping, so I want them to get faster service and the $50 insurance. And then it like if I sent it first class, it'd cost me like $5, and if I send it in a priority flat rate, it costs like $7.75. So when I'm making at least $50, I'm probably making more than $50 on the transaction. It doesn't hurt my feelings a bit to pay $3 more and just give that customer a little bit better service. But so my $5 investment turned into 50, and 30 is 80, and 10 is 90. $3 into 90. I had to sit on some of that stuff for a while. I would say the votives I've had for probably 6 weeks, and the mask I've had for 6 months, and the chess I've had for like 3 days. Okay, so wrapping the video up. That wax matby, which is not how that's pronounced. It's Russian. They don't pronounce any of those letters like that. But it looks like that to people who speak English. It looks like it would say wax matby. That is the Russian word for chess. So it's not a brand. But if you see that, those Russian chess sets are pretty good deal. So be on the lookout for those. Bolo those. And then I sold 3. I got these for 50 cents a piece. The 50 Shades of Grey trilogy I got for 50 cents a piece, so I'm $1.50 into those, and they sold for, I want to say $11.99. So I will $11.99, even if that's wrong. That's what I'm saying. And they ship for $3 because it's 2 pounds, medium ale. I think that's going to do it for the video today. Thanks for coming by. Check out Flippin Puppets, and like, comment, and subscribe.